Woo! Look at that. Unfortunately, I don't have a Little Caesars near me, so I had to make these crazy puffs at home. Let me show you how I did it. Please excuse from now, there's gonna be a lot of background noise in this video because it's UFC night in my house. I thought I had marinara sauce for this, or pizza sauce in my fridge, and I don't. So I'm gonna make one. I found this little can of sauce, just tomato sauce, and I'm just gonna turn it into a pizza sauce. I'm just gonna take a little bit of Italian seasoning, some extra basil leaves because I have. You could literally just do this with some Italian seasoning and be good. And then I'm gonna put some extra oregano because I like a little extra oregano. And you have pizza sauce. Another thing I can't stand is when you get something with pepperoni in it and they leave the pepperoni all big and chunky. I like to chop mine up because I feel like with every little bite, you don't pull out the entire pepperoni, you know what I mean? I'm also gonna use these mini Pillsbury pizza crust. And I don't wanna hear, oh, it's cheaper to just get the Little Caesars ones. Duh, but I don't have Little Caesars near me. This is what I have to do. If you have Little Caesars next to you, congratulations. So I took my mini pizza crust and I actually cut them in half, and I'm rounding them up again because, you know, when you cut them in half, they're not round anymore. And I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of melted butter in my muffin tin all the way around just to make the surface a little bit non-stick. Now that my pan is nice and buttered, I'm gonna take my little rounds and I'm going to shape them in here. They're not gonna be even. It's not gonna be, you know, the most perfect thing. We are not Little Caesars. We're working with what we got here, okay? Since we basically just manhandled those bad boys, I'm gonna let them sit for a couple minutes so they can rest. Now that we have them in a muffin tin, we're gonna go ahead and start layering. So we have our pizza sauce that we just made. Put a little bit of pizza sauce down at the bottom. And then we're just gonna brush that. I have a bowl of mozzarella cheese here that I'm going to start to fill. Don't be stingy. But you also like don't want to overfill, you know what I mean? Because you have layers that you gotta do here. And some pepperoni. This I'm gonna be generous with because why not? This is turkey pepperoni. You can use whatever kind of pepperoni you enjoy. And I'm gonna leave some plain in case my daughter doesn't want pepperoni. All right, another little drop of sauce in each one. Try not to make a mess like I'm doing. This is literally just not supposed to be the neatest process. Like, do what you want, really. Try to spread it out a little with the spoon. And now just go crazy with the cheese, basically. That's the good part about making them at home is you can kind of do whatever you want to do with them. I'm just gonna sprinkle a little more pepperoni right on top. A little bit more Italian seasoning over everybody. And that butter that I melted, I put a little bit of garlic and Italian seasoning in it, and I'm just gonna brush that right over the top of everyone. Now I'm gonna pop these in my oven at 375 degrees, and I'll let you know how long they were in there when they're done. I almost forgot to sprinkle them with some Parmesan cheese before I put them in the oven. So put a little bit of Parmesan cheese over each one, okay? Ooh, look at that. I'm gonna burn myself for you right now. Oh my God. Never had the crazy puffs, but I can only imagine that this is just as good.